Fox 17 has been covering the state's no-fault auto reform since the law took effect in July 2021. Those changes were meant to lower the cost of auto insurance in Michigan, where we routinely pay some of the highest premiums in the whole country.
But advocates for catastrophic crash survivors say the changes made it very difficult for them to access certain medical services. Today, the Supreme Court issued an opinion that should guarantee care for nearly 20,000 Michiganders. Our Michael Martin explains.
The court ruling today gave a very narrow relief to a very narrow group of people who need that relief.
On Monday, the Michigan Supreme Court issued an opinion in the case brought by auto crash survivor Ellen Andery against USAA Casualty Insurance. The decision sets a legal precedent moving forward.
This has been a horrible nightmare for so many people who were injured years ago and were insured under policies issued years ago.
Governor Whitmer signed the no-fault auto reform bill in 2019. The changes took effect in July 2021. It slashed the amount of money that insurance companies were required to reimburse care providers for services like in-home care and medical transport. It also limited the number of hours of family member-provided care allowed per week. The Supreme Court said Monday that these changes, this new medical fee schedule dictating reimbursement amounts, cannot be applied to people who bought policies and were injured prior to the reform bill being signed.
No, this is the law. Those legacy patients have been transported back in time to where they were under the policies that control their claims.
According to CPAN, a group dedicated to returning Michigan back to its previous no-fault system, at least 8 people have died since the new law took effect, citing limited access to care. Sadly, on Monday, another crash survivor, Brian Woodward, passed on.
His nurses couldn't continue to come to his home. He was displaced from his home. He was rehospitalized several times, and his body just gave up on him. And that's the reality.
Of course, the reform law was intended to lower Michigan's high auto insurance rates. Aaron McDonough, president of the Insurance Alliance of Michigan, spoke Monday on the industry's concerns.
Today, the court let down consumers across Michigan and opened the floodgates for overcharging for medical procedures and higher rates. You can't reasonably expect to save Michigan drivers money while obliterating a key cost control measure like the fee schedule.
For the roughly 18,000 Michiganders who are receiving benefits through no-fault policies, it is a major win.
However, we know that in order for everybody who is entering a contract expecting to have lifetime benefits if they're ever injured in an automobile accident, we need a legislative solution.
Monday's decision will not impact anyone injured after the reform bill was signed. Advocates say the only way to properly address that is through a legislative fix.
I think we can build from this. We can educate the legislature that this only applies to a very small group of people. We need continued advocacy to our lawmakers to make this a priority when they return after Labor Day. No more excuses, no more delays.
Michael Martin, Fox 17 News.